happening, guys? Gemma and
Jessica
here. I'm back again for another episode of Two Girls, One Gaming Topic. Surprisingly, Jess, people have been asking when the next episode is going to be.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
It always shocks me.
Why?
I don't know. I don't have as much to contribute as some other gamers might have.
That doesn't matter, because, you know, people like your presence on camera. If you like seeing Jess videos, let me know in the comment section. I know a lot of you guys always comment on it. And for those of you that aren't familiar with my channel or this playlist, this is the playlist where Jess and I discuss one topic, get some feedback from yourselves, and we have got a really cool story for you today. By the way, there's minimal editing involved, which is great for me. So, we're going to tell a story. Do you want to start or would you like me to start? And it involves wedding rings. Expensive wedding rings.
Well, expensive is, I guess, a matter of opinion.
And gaming.
But I'll let you start, because this video was Gemma's idea.
Yes, okay. So, when Jess and I got together, obviously I sold my original gaming collection. And that one of the last things to go was my original PS3 collection. So, do you remember the big fat PS3s? You remember the piano black PS3 models? I had a really nice PS3 collection. At the time, we were in that generation of gaming anyway, if you remember, with Wii, 360, PS3. And it was in the back of my car. Now, we were in Derby at the time, and this will all come together, so bear with me. And she was like, Jess did not want me to sell my gaming collection, my original collection.
No, I didn't. I thought it was a ridiculous idea, and I knew she would
regrets.
Resent anything having to do with it. So
yes. And by the way, the collection I have now far surpasses anything that was back then. But flicking back to the story, the PS3 games were in my boot, and we were in Derby, and we were due to go back up to Cumbria where I owned a house to stay for a couple of weeks before we then went back to the States. Now, we were due to get married in September, and we saw some matching white gold rings. They were £725 each, so quite pricey, and that was on clearance.
Are you sure that was
absolutely 100%. Maybe between £725 and £800. I know it was a ridiculous amount of money.
I think it was £800, and we got them down to £725.
Could potentially have been that.
Remember?
Could have been that. Yeah. Could have been that.
I'm a bit of a dickerer.
A dickerer.
Yeah.
A barterer, maybe, you know, something like that.
No, I don't know. What's an appropriate term?
I don't know, but somebody that likes to barter on price.
Negotiator.
I think you were like really going in with your negotiations. And I had this we had this money on a credit card, but it didn't cover both of the rings. Now, it was pissing it down with rain, and it was on a Sunday, and it was literally 10 minutes before all the shops were due to close.
And these were the last ones, like they didn't have any more.
No.
It was discontinued.
It was
So it's not like we could have went back later. No.
And we knew we were leaving Derby that day. So I said, Jess, I'm gonna sell I'll never do it again, just for the record. I'm gonna sell my PS3 collection to Granger Games in the mall, and that should give us enough money and then some to buy these rings. And she was like,
no. I was like, no, don't do it, don't do it.
God. Gutted now. When I look back, I cringe. So I flipping ran to my car. I'd got this huge black bin liner, and I was red hot, sweating, running to Granger Games.
I was like running through the mall with this big garbage bag.
Right, and I said to the guys, I have 10 minutes, I need you to get this tested, and let's go. Anyway, I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And I think I ended up getting, at the time, this was 2011, wasn't it? Not 2012. That was
2011.
2011. I think I got 420 something pounds for it. Managed to get these rings, and it's one of those stories, you know, alongside selling the main kind of retro game collection. And I think for both of us, especially me, it's a cringeworthy time. And
why is it a cringeworthy time?
Just selling the collection, because I remember you were horrified at the time.
I just thought,
that's what I mean. The time you were like, no.
Yeah, as bad as we wanted these particular rings, I just thought, I don't see this having a good outcome, because I know what games in general mean, especially PlayStation 3 games, And I just
Especially
thought this is going to be like
Yeah.
a massive mistake. And
Right.
she's going to do this, and we're going to walk out with these rings, and then she's going to cry about this PS3.
I didn't cry, and I look back on it now and I laugh. We both think, wow. I mean, we were dumb. We've made some shit, fucking stupid
Speak for
mistakes
yourself.
in this relationship, haven't we?
Speak for yourself.
We've made some stupid mistakes, but we laugh now. And I think Jess and I were talking about this morning. We were like, we should have got cheaper rings. We should not have done that. We should not.
We shouldn't have been.
No, we should have been smarter, man.
It's like, I don't know. We did look at other rings, but I mean, other places wanted more money for something that wasn't as nice. And we saw these, and it just fit the criteria to a T.
Yeah, it did.
Whatever.
It did. What were you like?
Impulsive.
Did you think that me selling that PlayStation, that bundle, would have got the rest of the money to buy the rings? Because I think you waited in the ring shop, didn't you? Like in the jewellers. Come on, sweet. Come on, say hi. Hey.
Oh man.
Come on, buddy. Did you know that it was going to cover? You know it was going to cover the.
I wasn't concerned about covering. I was concerned about them testing it within like 10 minutes time.
Yeah. Which they
and
did.
them saying like no, and we just wasted all this time.
Yeah. Can you imagine if like I'd have gone and then they would have like shut. I mean, I think we were trying. You stayed there to try and get them to stay open while I ran with this PS3 to get it tested, and we did. And at the time, it felt like the right decision. And looking back, it was fun. We've overcome it now. We've matured over the situation.
Well, because there's a difference between stores in the US and stores in the UK. Yeah. The retail environment here in the UK is that like they get prepared and ready to close. So that say closing time is at 5, for instance.
Everybody's like shutting down at 4.
Then the moment that 5 o'clock comes, they're out the door, right?
Absolutely.
Whereas in the US, you can't close if that customer's in there. If it's 5 of and a customer walks in, you need to take care of that customer before you leave, even if that means you're leaving at 5:30 instead.
Right.
So I had to stay there and just keep them yakking and be like, they really want. She's coming right back. I promise she's coming right back. And
right. You did well. You did well. I saw my PS3 collection. You were in there.
They
just
did well.
The deal. Yeah.
Typically, people would be like, no, we're closing.
Bye. But I think it was like a big sale at the end of the week. So.
Well, it was discontinued. They did want to get it off the shelves.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. So what I want to know, what we want to know is, have you ever done anything like that? You know, sold a chunk of your game collection? I think I've put this out on social media, but we've never kind of talked about this particular story, A, in this playlist, and B, about this actual PlayStation 3 bundle. It was a specific part of the collection that I felt quite dear about, and the original plan, I think, was to take it to the States. Until like 5 minutes before, we were going to take it, we were going to package it up with my iMac.
I think you were considering it.
Yeah.
Because like you did
sure
offer it, you didn't want it to go to anybody that wouldn't care about it. So you did offer it to your brother, but he was like, oh, family discount, and basically didn't want to pay for it.
No.
And Jenna was like, no.
Yeah, that thing was like worth a lot of money back then, you know, and it was sentimental. So, I mean, have you ever sold anything to pay off a chunk of your debts or a credit card or help somebody out?
Or just to have an impulsive buy of something else.
Good one.
I mean, it's not like you can't replace a PlayStation 3.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
One thing I remember is once Gemma got that, she was like, right, okay, go run to the ATM now and get the money out from the card.
Yes.
Remember, because they didn't want us to pay 2 separate, like, part cash and part card. So I had to run to the cash machine and get the money out. And it was pouring, like, and when I mean raining, I mean, like, all of a sudden you walk out the door and boom, the heavens open. And I was like, holy crap, I can't see where I'm going. I'm not from here. Am I even going in the right direction? It was really only around the corner, but I was still nervous anyway because we didn't have time to be messing about.
I know, and had we not have got those rings, selling that PS3 would have ripped out my heart.
What, are you saying it's worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it, definitely, but had we not have got the rings for whatever reason, say like you went to the cash point,
and the cash point
was empty, I think I would have just, oh my god, I just would have gone back to Granger the next day. I would have just stayed in Derby, gone and got my PS3 back. Instead, I changed my mind.
We had an agenda.
We had an agenda.
Where did we go the next day?
We went to Cumbria that day. We went straight back up to Cumbria.
Was it?
Yeah, but that's another separate story which we won't go into because lots have changed. But anyway, yeah, definitely mad times. I wanted to kind of share that with you guys because sometimes we make decisions, life changes, And whether we're gamers or collectors, you know, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you do have to make those decisions. So let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And obviously, like Jess said, share some of your personal experiences if you wanted to kind of sell something for an impulse purchase on something else. You know,
yeah, I don't think
it
should be like, have you ever sold anything because you had to, but more like, have you ever sold anything from your gaming collection for an impulsive buy that you just knew, right, I don't want to take it out of any spending money or any cash, but I do really want this. What can I sell that I could probably get back later? Because let's face it, we could get them PS3 cheaper later.
Absolutely.
You know, at a later date.
Which we did, yeah. So that was all good. So I thank you for watching, guys, and thank you again, Jess, for your time for 2 Girls 1 Gaming Topic, and thank you to Squeak for just molting all over my black jeans. I love you all. And if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like and smash that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and looking forward to reading your comments below. So my name is Gemma. I will be back Saturday with another video. Jess, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Bye to Squeak too. Bye, guys. See you soon. Bye.